And we are back, and I am so sorry for the technical problems there. But yes, we're finally back in the Wasteland. Hopefully this time the video's not going to cock up on me. Yeah, so we're going to continue today.
Have you found out what happened to those missing refugees?
I really don't trust the OBS now. I genuinely, I have to keep tabbing out to make sure it hasn't put the video on me.
How do you know? Did you find proof? Oh, sick bastards. Can't say I'll shed any tears for them. Here, you've earned this.
Check as well that my audio is recording fine. Yep, great.
Thanks for all your help earlier. See ya.
Okay, so we've done enough here. Fucking fix fucking streaming shite I've got. So what now do we have? What I speak. Cannibal Johnson's cave. Let's go to Camp McCarran. Let's do some major quests. In fact, let's finish off one of the last quests here. Yep, all working good. Right. Yeah. So as I was saying about the Doctor Who stuff, yeah, it's really good. But I don't think I'll be buying that many.
Heard you got Cook.
Oh, excuse me one second.
That bastard with his own flamer.
Right, I'm back. Yeah. I am back. Let's get back to the little Buster. I do not want to buy a caravan.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
It's open. So, we've done that. Let's now go and deal with one of the vaults. Because we might be able to help the NCR with a food problem. We have brought the water to the life of the world, but can we now feed the world? Can we use that water to grow crops, or perhaps we don't need water to grow those crops? Look at the Williams.
You're new. I'm Angela. Williams. Were you just looking around, or... This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time. I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though. I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
There are opportunities where you can use your reputation with a faction to get more information out of people. This will be one such instance where it'd be really cool to actually get to know. Just a little teaser.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges.
Oranges.
That could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many Wasteland savages believe it? Present company accepted, of course. The bounty I described to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you. Good. I thought I sensed the kindred soul in you, beneath the wasteland veneer. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault-22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course. Oh? What might those be?
Okay, so we're gonna go to a vault that seems to be sprouting with life from it. It's a bit like Oasis in the capital Wasteland.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office. Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads. Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course. Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so.
You think that you would have solved this, you would have the answers to this before you start a campaign to go into the Mojave. So basically, you're going to only hold... If you win against the Legion, the NCR is going to die in 10 years. Maybe not just the Mojave, but the entirety of the NCR. You can get all the supply lines you want from the IO9 or whatever the fuck you're getting it from. You know, from, say, Shady Sands. But it's going to take a long time. It's really going to take a long time to get things set up. And 10 years. That's not long enough to conjure up the answers for the starvation.
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
Like, you don't have that much knowledge of crop rotation, farming, and all the rest of it. You know, your agricultural knowledge has been lost to time. And you still want to push forward. Not to mention water, clean water, usable water. You kind of have to solve that too. You need a lot of purification, you need good soil. You're in the fucking desert, mate.
Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation.
I'm from the capital Wasteland,
we
pal.
also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got the station up and running. His name was something like exceptional or marvelous or... Yes, that was it. Exactly. I see. Of course you did. To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. The more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have. Yes, goodbye.
Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientists, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several data banks of information on this machine. Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe iBots. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Okay. Let's just see if this plays out. Because otherwise... Another bug. Can't bring up my Pip-Boy, can't do anything with the HUD standoff. So I'm guessing that perhaps like they're playing a message of some sort. And the audio's not loading. Let's try this again.
A pleasure to meet you. Find the re... I thought...
Right. Let's see if we can do this.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Okay. Let's just see if Eddie picks it up.
Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientists, I am glad that... Please handle...
Okay. So that's fine. That's all gone through. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
If you can find Keeley and keep her safe, I'll pay you what I can. I gave my word, and I meant it.
Can you tell me anything about about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant, an absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Exactly how old is Keeley?
I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
How do Keeley and Helen get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable.
It seemed focused on results, maybe not so much on people.
He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to...
Angela Williams,
He doesn't
wordsmith.
get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does.
So Dr. Hildern takes credit for your work.
He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab. It's foul to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
Too bad he's in the slammer.
Right. Stay safe.
Because I put him there. Okay, so you gotta go to Vault 22. Let's do that. Okay, so you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep for 24 hours.
Hey.
Oh, for God's sakes! Right, now mind then. I'm gonna wait for this fixer to wear off. There we go. Should have done it. Fixer's worn off long. Fucking last. I have that effect going on in my ear all the time. Look at that noise. Quite literally. So we're gonna have a lovely little stroll all the way there. Yeah. Rose be a bootlegging. So we'll go over here. See what's going on. I am in the process of working on another video as well. Completely unrelated to Fallout or much of anything really. But yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a video on Skylanders Battlecast. And all it is essentially opening packs and telling you what's in them. Why? No idea. I mean, I bought them and I thought, God, Jesus wept. Yeah, this ain't gonna do it. Where's the chainsaw? Excuse me. Let's check something real quick. Yep, that's the recording. Good. And then good. Good. So I need to lose some weight, so I might as well throw some dynamite around. See if we can try the attention of the cazadors.
Contact. All mine.
That's all yours. Okay. Ooh, like a Selike, nice, okay.
All mine.
You keep saying that as if there's enemies nearby. Explosives crates. Barrel, nice.
Can't run from me.
Strategic nuclear moves. And God said let them have beer. Cabinet key, okay, this is getting interesting. Oh, nice. Go get that, Boone.
I've got your back. A face-to-face meeting with House, huh? NCR would kill to be in your shoes. I don't see what this helps. She's dead. All right. I tracked her down. Southeast, near the river. They were selling her. Saw it through my scope. Whole place swarming with legion, hundreds of them, bidding for things no man has a right to. I just had my rifle with me. Just me against all of them. So I took the shot. Yeah. What they do to women, that's worse than death. There was no choice in what I did. It was more like being forced to watch something you can't stop. All this was only ever gonna play out one way. It still is. I don't have any say. All I can do is wait for it to be done with me. It was gonna be something. If I'd never met Carla, it would have been something else. I should have never gotten close to her. I've got bad things coming to me. You better keep your distance too. Because fair is fair. No. Sorry. Yeah.
as you travel with companions, they are more open to talking to you. And they're going to tell you things about themselves.
You made it. All mine. Eat this.
I don't actually know where we're going. I think this is the way to Vault 22, if I'm honest. Oh, that's the grenade launcher. Whoops, today is my apologies. Yeah, so they'll tell you can put it in time master. I thought it was a well, an incendiary launcher of some sort.
Take him out.
See, look how quick they are. Let's see how the trail carbine fares, because it does. They're fucking horrible. Can't stand them. And the thing is, like, they're a very difficult enemy. Like, they... Because they attack quickly. They're loaded with venom. They can fly, which is a massive advantage over most enemies. And they have a horrific venom. What am I doing? In fact, let's use a what is it? Powder charge. However the fuck that works. Have I got a detonator? No. So it must be that you need a detonator for it. Just throw fucking grenades at it. Fuck. Yeah, my grenade throwing strength is not very good. Why am I even going that way? I have no idea.
Take him out.
There. Right. Where are we going? Vault 22? This way. What was down that way anyway? Oh, Ranger Station! Okay, yep, I want to go that way. Because I saw the radio tower and I thought, it's not where the super mutant, like a massive super mutant location, is it? Like one of the irradiated hills or something? No, this is a ranger station. Well, I want to add all these to the map because it's very important that we get to know what the rangers are thinking and feeling about the situation. Oh, fuck, big venom. Right. Yeah, that's all recording. Good. Right, let's try again. Oh, so yeah, Skyland's Battlecast. Yeah, because I bought a load of booster packs. Like, I was going to buy like 124 booster packs, but the person I was going to buy them from only had so many. So I thought, that's okay, I'll take whatever you got. So they sold me 36 packs of booster packs. For a card game that originally I thought, like, cannot be played. Because, like, it's like, it was a cards to life game. And the thing is, like, the card game stuff kind of doesn't exist. Yeah, like the physical card game. Turns out the rules are actually preserved on Dark Spyro. And, yeah, I mean, I love that site. It's a great, it's the Spyro fandom site, but it's one of the few fandom sites that actually makes a real effort to preserve content. To try and preserve videos and other gameplay and such. Yeah, like really try and keep the instruction manuals, like transcribe the instruction manuals, or you know, talk about the objectives of the game, what it was like, that sort of thing. Yeah, because that can prove difficult. Okay, I don't think I can actually get to this ranger station because of all the invisible walls. But here, so let's just go all the way back down here. I'll show you Vault 22. Those sounds are not fixed, so that's the venom. So here, we're meant to be walking along this way. Do we have any anti-venom? There you go. Stay out. Plants kill. Do they now? Look at it. This vault's overflowing with life. What could possibly be wrong? The Vault 22. Is there anything down this way? Oh, actually, can we get to the ranger station? Might be able to. Well, let's get around. We will honestly, I appreciate that I'm very anticlimactic with my videos. But yeah. Okay, right, in that case, yeah, we'll go into the vault. Still in there, nice. This is the vaults. Beans a hot plate. Beans digest. Let's read. Go through some of these books if we've got any. Got any books that need reading? Okay. This is really fine there. Right. Vault 22 Expedition, Entry 1. Interesting. I've established a temporary camp inside the entrance of the vault. Power inside is minimal, but still running, and I managed to hack into one of their security terminals. The logs show that several people have entered the vault over the past few months, but none have left. It's getting late, so I'll resume the expedition in the morning. Healy, out. Vault-22 Expedition. Entry 2. The growth in the interior matches the exterior to a tree. It's a little surprising given the scarcity of sunlight in the entrance room. But even more surprising is that they seem to originate from further below. Maybe that fool Hilden was onto something after all. Since my Pip-Boy is on the fritz, I'll try to keep a running log of my discoveries in whatever computers I can find and collate the data before leaving. So Keeley has made its fourth list. So repair the elevator, so can actually just use it to get about. Not bad. Now let's continue on. Well, so much for the plants killing.
All right. It's over.
We haven't started yet, Boone. Nope, nothing wrong here. Start terminal. Noise complaints. Could maintenance look into the docked work here on level 2 again? I know you guys took a look at this last week, but I swear the noise is back. I even have other people that can back me up this time too. Environmental based subsystem. Don't mind me, I'm just absolutely fascinated by the flora.
All right. It's over.
You found something, Eddie. Something rattled you. Vault Expedition, Entry 3. This level seems to be devoted to the study of the atmospheric effects on plants, with a concentration of providing plant yields and the high oxygen yields. Given the problems with vaults like these we're known to have, it sounds like a reasonable avenue of research. Vault-22 Expedition, Entry 4. It's strange, but some sections of the machinery down here appear to have been modified for some unknown purpose. The restraints regarding the oxygen content and systemic pressure have been bypassed. Vault-22 Expedition, Entry 5. I've been hearing some strange chittering sounds for some time now. I finally discovered its source. There's some kind of gigantic mantises that have taken up residence in the vault. I almost ran smack into one the other day, but the creatures don't appear to react to my presence at all. Perhaps the other creatures sent here ran afoul of the creatures. But I can't see how a few scattered insects could pose a problem to experienced mercs. Check inventory. Current inventory of storage room 2. 14 nitrogen canisters, 2 pressure valves, 8 dispersal nozzles, 6 cartridge filters, HEPA 20, 26 FRP pipe in 2 meters. Just making sure there's something here that hasn't got any spooked. Food production. Most strange indeed. Vault-Tec Expedition Entry 6. I finally found some of the bodies of the scientists that lived here. They appear to be overgrown with some sort of lichen. They blend in so well with the other growth that I walked by several of them without even noticing them. I have taken the proper precautions, but the lichen doesn't seem to be contagious. At least to ghouls. Vault-Tec Expedition Entry 7. It appears to be somewhere. It appears to be where they perform most of the research NCR is interested in. I've been able to collect little, but the vast majority of the data from the research here is inaccessible. I'll have to find the main backup and download from there. So, this is the Interlab Network Food Production Subsystem. Security request. Assistant Mathers went into the caves at 1846 today and still hasn't returned. Requested security escort for science personnel to conduct a search. Medical emergency. We need a medical team up here now. Dr. Peters just returned with one of the security escorts who was horribly wounded. When I asked him where the other security officer was, he just paled and shook his head. In the meantime, Dr. Bailey has ordered the door to the caves be sealed until a further investigation can take place. Help! Is anyone down there? Security is trying to hold off. Well, I don't know what they're trying to hold off. Please send security up at once. With Dr. Bailey watching over his sick wife and daughter in their quarters down in the common area, I'm officially in charge of the level, and I am requesting security at once. So we can. Oh. Access to denied. Can you see it there? A spore carrier. You may recognize them as troglodytes. From the pit. Can you see it there?
All clear.
Arm there. The head there. There aren't many ranks to them. Spore carriers and brutes. These are the scientists and residents of Vault 22. Food additive. Status report 9228. Yields continue to improve. Splicing together cultivar GN188 with the existing corn samples has produced a hybrid that responds better to the artificial lights we have. On a side note, Dr. Peters has missed his third straight day due to illness. His work ethic hasn't exactly been stellar to this point, so I'm requesting confirmation from the clinic that he is in fact sick. Status report 9253. On a lark, the guys down in pest control sent up a sample of a substance one of their specimens secretes to attract insects. Tests show that the substance has a mood-altering effect on smaller mammals. If anyone volunteers, we can begin human testing soon. Quite a number of staff have begun to show symptoms of some sort of viral infection. I've begun to order them to stay in bed and recover, but at this rate they won't be. It will have to do research. Status report 9312. Not much to report today. The mood is unusually sombre in the wake of Dr. Peter's passing. There's a strange rumour going around that the commotion downstairs was caused by, of all things, Dr. Peter's corpse suddenly animating and attacking people. I don't know why, who would start such a vicious rumour, but it's in exceptionally bad taste. So could this be another kind of ghouling then? Go further down. Much further into the vaults. Sorry if I kept licking my legs, like my dinner's just behind me on the bed. I'm like, really want to eat, but like, I'm not doing too bad. Like, you know, it's fine. I can wait. It's just making my mouth water. There's a critter in the shitter. He's eating the toilet as well. It's a bit terminal. Unlock crew quarters. Unlock the data backup. Unlock the cabin access. Override engaged at door side. Might have to sort that out.
Take him out. All right. It's over.
There's another way we can do this. Oh no, I think I need a doctor bag.
Can't run from me. up.
Okay, I think that's done it. Oh, hello! I just found a keycard. That was handy. There's some Vault jumpsuits. Now, it is a good idea to collect the Vault jumpsuits, because there is a collector.
Eat this. Frag out.
Boone, you okay? Do you need a stim pack? Eddie. Nice. I don't know if I think it's the mod, but there's a lot of like my companions have a lot more health than I think they usually do. I might well look at that. Yeah, they really know how to make. Oh, I see. I'm going through the different ammo types. Don't know which ones I got equipped, but hey ho, not bad. Okay, so just by pressing 2. Just want to know how to do that. Repair terminal. Case 162. Patient Peters Harrison T. Condition: Dr. Peters is suffering from a severe case of pneumonia. The result of this has spread to by some sort of microorganism in his lungs. I've applied the usual treatment and requested that he refrain from working and stop by twice a day for observation. Group 164. Patients: Mitchell, Pam. Cordella, Michael. Horton, Samwise. Fujimoto, Naoki. Derrida, Kenneth. Update. This entire group showed up throughout the course of the day displaying the same symptoms. They're remarkably similar to Dr. Peters' condition when he first came in a week ago. I hope we don't have a contagion on our hands. Case 162. Peters, Harrison T. Update. Dr. Peters isn't responding to any of the treatment, or, more accurately, his body is actively rejecting the treatment. His condition is worsened and I'm on the cusp of ordering exploratory surgery. Case 173. Group. Patients: Bailey, Elizabeth. Bailey, Marcia. Garfield, Hayes. Garfield, Hayes. Garfield, Hayes, Amy. Herman, Jenkins, Veronica. Keys, James. Kirkpatrick, Robert. Laurie, Amanda. Orlando, Donald. Pamino, Iris. Rado, Stephen. Reyes, Yolanda. Sarkin, Kelly, Valdez, Nicholas. Update. Another group with chills, a fever, and a terrible racking cough. I'm recommending that they be separated from the general populace. Case 162 update. Patients: Harrison T. Update. Dr. Peters is dead. His vitals flatlined 10 minutes before he entered surgery. I decided to perform an autopsy immediately and discover his lungs were filled with some sort of fungal infection. Strangely, the fungus still shows evidence of growth despite the death of its host. I'll consult with one of the mycologists on the 5th level and see if they can identify it. Case update 2. Peters, Harrison T. Update. I don't really know how to describe what just happened. On my was closing up for the day, and the next Dr. Peters' corpse sat up and attacked me. I wasn't able to flee the office and seal him inside until security arrived, but what the hell is going on? If all the recent illnesses are the same thing. So, it appears as though this virus, this fungus, bacteria is spreading through the vaults. And not just killing, but reanimating the bodies of those slain. Ticket 1, strange noises. Problem, noises in vents. Action, send a team to inspect. Result, source of problem not detected. Ticket 2, gas leak. Problem, reports of a possible gas leak. Several people have complained of coughing fits and other respiratory symptoms. Action, complete diagnostic of air circulation system. Result, discovered minor discrepancies in the mass of the air being pumped through the vaults, but no harmful gas was detected. Also, a strange residue was detected on the air filters, which has been forwarded to identifications. Swapped out the filters just in case. But man. Flame of fuel. Oh, flamer. Do I have any flaming weapons? Got a laser rifle, that'll come in handy. But do I have a flamer? Got a flag on? Okay, yes, I do. Look what it smells like down here. Like, I get it's a vault. And it's old. Well, the fungus, the mold. We're just breathing this stuff in. And it isn't dormant either. It's evidently active. What the fuck are we doing? Food remains fresh. Vault-Tec expedition, entry now. 8. I guess no one will miss this ridiculous trivia game. The questions weren't even that hard. It looks like this was where the people spent most of the time. Let me try again. It looks like this is where most of the people were when they died. The medical reports I found suggested that most of them succumbed to some kind of airborne infection. I'm going to see if I can convert some of the grow lamps into UV spectrometers to test the air for contaminants. Vault-Tec expedition, entry 9. After numerous attempts, I found a range that highlights the particles in the air that I believe killed everyone in the vault. Preliminary tests show them to be spores of some kind. I have set up the spectrometers on several of the levels, and now the concentration appears to increase in the lower levels. At this point, I'm concerned that the plants here may constitute a danger to the people of the NCR. So Keely is convinced that this is a danger. But where do we find Keely? What's in the bogs? Pest control.
Contact! Eat this.
Keep searching for them. Oh yeah, there's spore plants as well. Gigantic, just fly traps. And man traps in this instance. Can't remember if they were in Fallout 3 or not. I'm fairly certain they were like evil, like they were like mutated plants in Fallout 1 and 2.
Contact.
Trade terminal. Disengage lock. Which lock have we disengaged though? Huh. Don't really read such data. So about 31% of the data is fine. But no sign of Keely yet.
Guess we made it.
Species 1. BE-908. A distant relative of the more commonly known Venus flytrap, species BE-908 seems to be performing well. The plants are a threat to creatures up to 5 times the size due to the violent nature of the closing moors. Those that aren't swallowed whole are often incapacitated by their initial bite. The plant's lack of mobility is offset by their ability to lure prey into reach by means of a nectar they secrete from their bodies. Species 2. Mantis religiosa. Of all the species we brought with us, the common mantis exceeds the rest in terms of predation. The insects are voracious, and their camouflage allows them to attack prey by surprise. Also, they complement our botanical specimens by hunting down those other pests that avoid or escape our other measures. Lastly, mantises are beginning to cannibalize one another when other food is scarce, making their numbers self-regulating where prey is scarce. Species 3. Gravaria mordicana. As entomopathogenic fungus B. mordicana has developed to colonize the bodies of the most common pests. Once it has fully colonized the host body, the host technically dies, but the body continues to move by means of the fungal colony within. In this manner, the fungus moves among more of its species, occasionally spraying spores in a radius around the host body, infecting all who come near it. Its drawbacks include the time it takes to kill prey, 10 to 20 days, and its limited effectiveness when dealing with unsocial pests. Okay. Tales of Junktown Jerky Vendor. Let's go into food production. So nothing here. Yeah, let's use the... Okay, so we need a key to open, I guess that's the cave access. Let's take stock oxygen recycling, okay. Oxygen recycling, what if they're drawing the air from here? Possibly, and that drew the fungus in. I do need those. I do need mantis eggs. Or I will when we go to the Thorn. Because let's just say we're going to have to replenish their stock. Which will be fun. So just come from pest control. What about oxygen recycling? See, there is the problem with this vault. It's like, it's so difficult to navigate at times. I genuinely hope I haven't killed Keely with my reckless abandon. Nice. So that might actually come in handy for the little quest, but we shall see. So where now? There's a common area to pest control, there's oxygen recycling, let's go back the way we came. Earth production. No. Oxygen recycling. There's the lab. As far as I'm aware, I need to open a door. Access has been granted. Go through here. Through a shortcut. Great. Let's have a look at the local map. Okay. So it seems that the corridor we haven't fully explored yet. Let's just go through here by the elevator. Run pest control. Oh, so all the way down there. I have to say I love this music. It is recording, yep, good. Yeah, I apologise for my rage earlier.
Take him out.
It could have been OBS. It could have been Fallout Vegas. This is Afrin Keeley. I'll be taking those, and I will need to consume some stuff. Save the game. Don't want any more problems.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you? She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help. Good. Meet me on the second level, and I'll explain what needs to be done. Not now. I've got to get up to the lab and finish what I started.
Sounds a bit ominous, but okay. Let's clear this place out. I want to make sure that Keeley gets home, okay.
All clear.
Not really gaming news, but I just remembered as well, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is coming out. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks pretty good. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's isn't entirely my thing, but like my darling dearest, she loves it, so we're gonna watch it. And honestly, I'm more than happy to see it because, like, one, it's something we can do together, and two, is I actually kind of do look forward to seeing what it's about. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how how they do it.
What's this? Did you do these repairs? Not bad. Not bad at all. Saves me time, I guess. See you upstairs.
Almost like a plot hole, she said. There we go.
Good, you're here. Ready to begin? Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast. In the area where the gas is active, any kind of fire or explosion should do the trick. Hell, even lasers would do the job. If you don't have anything like that, I've got some grenades in my bag in the corner that you can use. I set the gas to pump into the 5th level since that's where the concentration of spores was highest. I'd start looking there. Typically, these vaults use circular vents in their air circulation systems. Look for a wall with 2 of them almost side by side. There's one just around the corner outside this lab if you need an example. Yes, there'll be an explosion when the gas is ignited, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Now leave me to my work. Good. Return to me when it's done.
So she said there was an example of the vents. So the vents will look like that. So this is where the long fuse dynamite comes in handy. Because it takes longer to detonate. Plus I think it's somewhere down here. See how the image is rippling? That's the gas. We need to get into a room. Something like, well, yeah, we need a bit to be able to close the doors. I think, how did I do it before? I think there was like a trick to it as well. Yeah. So, have we got any long fuse dynamite? Please tell me we've got long fuse dynamite. So, watch this. As you can see, it does actually have a longer fuse. Throw that there. Gives me time to retreat. Corner. Sorry, Eddie. Now the place has been purged. We're constantly. How long have we... Okay. Oh yeah, how's my... That's now live! My other video. Oh, for fuck's sake, thing. Thumbnail. Hasn't been uploaded. There we go. There, that's all ready for you.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. Indeed. This should only take a minute. Just a few more moments and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
So I can lie.
Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash.
Deleting those files will make it more likely that this will happen again, will it?
How do you figure that?
Yeah, how do I figure that? Success isn't just about success, failures are just as important to learn from.
I suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow.
Exactly without knowledge, something similar is bound to occur.
Alright. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. But I still honestly hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well. I suppose you have questions. Hurry up and ask them. From what I've been able to determine, the scientists here managed to breed them by combining traits from 2 distinct plant species. The resulting hybrid proved to be more adaptable than expected, however, and soon became a threat to humans. It's sad, really. All those wonderful minds undone by their own irresponsibility. A few things here and there, but a lot of the data has been corrupted, and all of the live samples have been contaminated by the spore plants. One interesting thing I found is that one of the chemicals secreted by the spore plant serves as a mild stimulant when ingested by humans. As far as I can tell, it has no side effects or addictive properties. Aside from the inherent psychological ones, of course. Now that I think of it, there was a Corporal Farber back in McCarran who'd probably be interested in it. There's a sample of it around here somewhere.
The food additive, yeah.
Bye.
So, who knows? Maybe it's a bit too bad. So that's Vault 22. Mojave Jungle. That's not raised any alarm bells, so that's good. So yeah. Make our way. What level did I have to take that movement speed perk? 26 was it? It's a bit of a long wait, isn't it? I hope not.
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people to the vault. I've never seen his face so red and twitchy. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. I knew I had a good feeling about you. Thanks again. Really, I owe you.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal. Didn't I? Did you encounter undue difficulties? Clearly not, or you wouldn't be standing here, would you? All that matters is whether the data is intact. I think Williams' decryption algorithms seem to be working. Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of directors finally sit up and take notice. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part. Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entirely misplaced. We would never use technology that wasn't fully tested. We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
That is rather worrying.
Oh, good to see you again. Oh, good to see you.
Yes? Something else you needed?
Hopefully they can learn from the mistakes.
If I
barber's doing the best with what he's got, but man, I could go for a nice cut of Brahmin steak.
Reminds me, I also need to go to the Crimson Caravan. I'll do some stuff for them. B-side. You hear that, buddy? What the fuck is with this music? So this is the Crimson Caravan trading outpost, and look who's here. With this fella.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs. I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started. Alice McLafferty runs the Crimson Caravan. You can find her over in the main office. I'll see you around.
Nice bit of stock. Hello, Blake.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the Wasteland. Won't be a problem. We have plenty of spice traders working with us back home, and we could get meat from the local Brahmin ranchers. The bigger issue is payment. To supply the camp with meat will cause some serious caps.
Given them a deal on the price, you'll have an upper hand in the future more important negotiations. I like that one more. I always prefer the barter ones, but the speech just gives more XP, so I'm going for that.
Well, the Fargo traders have been trying to edge us out on the new armor contract for the troops. This could swing things in our favor. All right, let McCarran know they should expect the first shipment in a week or so. Maybe. What do you want to know? Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the Wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it.
Your caravans are out of trouble from bandits.
Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized. A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really. Need anything else? Can do.
Let's look at what you got. Miscellaneous. Got bar repeater custom action. Nice. Do that. So that multiplies rifle. Yep. So that's the one refugee primer. Ooh, books. I know someone's looking for books. Katana. I'll buy that. What can I sell you? Let's go with stuff that weighs something first. Gotta keep the eggs, I'm afraid. That's good. There's a lot of this stuff I want to cook with. Could always get rid of some grenades, I'm sure. Really bother about how it charges.
See ya.
Let's talk to some of the people here. This is the barracks.
I've never seen a robot like that before.
When payday hits, I'm off to the strip. Can't wait. The NCR is fortunate to have your support. The Crimson Caravan's the biggest merchant outfit in the Wasteland.
So who else is here? I know there's a couple folks I want to talk to, but don't appear to be around. Ah.
You should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors.
I do want to talk to you, but...
The NCR is fortunate to have your support.
Let's have a look in the main office. Let's try and organise ourselves some work. Memorandum 05-1780. Dom Hostel, Osselter, from Angie Beckers. Subject Tuesday meeting with accounts receivable. Mr. Hostetler, just a reminder that your meeting with accounts receivable was moved to Tuesday. I've cleared your schedule and moved your lunch plans ahead to 1:45. Angie. Memorandum 06-02-80. Mr. Hostler, I really need to schedule an urgent meeting with you. Can you clear that an hour this afternoon? I promise it'll be worth your while. Angie. 06-03-80. Subject, oh my word, you're so six. Great. I had an amazing time last night. Aren't you glad you decided to stay late? Can't wait to do it again. XOXO, Angie. But yes, I've had some pre-war lingerie at the market today. I think you'll like it. How very interesting. Yeah. You can, and as far as I'm aware, you can never actually steal a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle cap. Seems that everyone's still in bed. Break into this desk and just have what we want out of it. Another desk to break into. New can an arm approach proposal. The Mormons are warming up to the idea of a Crimson Caravan branch being established in New Canaan. Naturally, the taxes are such that we'd be at a severe disadvantage to their own caravans. The long-term solution is to overwhelm them with a flood of cheap NCR goods. We'll have to call in some favors with our contacts back in California. The potential profit margins are worth it. R.E. Henry Jameson. Efforts to encourage Henry Jameson to resign have so far failed. His parents are proving stubborn as well. Obviously, they don't want him around any more than I do. Getting the New Vegas branch up and running should have been a simple job for him, but this place is still as crude and primitive as any frontier branch. Very irritating. Gunrunner tariff. Unless your push for a new tariff on gunrunner weapons didn't make it past the Senate. They've got too much to pull in California. We're gonna have to find some other way to get the upper hand in the weapons market. Jason Tag. Modoc branch operator. Modoc, eh? War effort. McCarran has requested more frequent supply runs to their outlying outposts. I've been able to negotiate additional terms in our favour, but I may need to lower our hiring standards to meet the demand. I'm already concerned about the reliability of some of the caravaneers. Run off with the work contracts. I know some of them would have run off a long time ago. Who seems to believe in hard work anymore? Oh.
Mormon Caravan from New Canaan came through the other day.
Look, McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing, that's for sure.
And there she is now. Alice McLafferty.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you?
Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to take a break and then we'll go back to this. And I am back, and I apologise for keeping you waiting. Just check that that's actually recording. Yes, it is! Huzzah! Right, I'd like to know more about the Crimson Caravan Company.
What would you like to know?
How long have you been in business?
The Crimson Caravan Company has been in business for over 130 years. We're partially responsible for the progress in the NCR.
Does the Crimson Caravan have any competition?
Well, the gunrunners continue to dominate the weapons market. And the Mormon traders from New Canaan control the majority of the northern routes.
New Canaan, my apologies, not Canaan. What address is this place?
Normally, I oversee company operations at the hub in California. However, the New Vegas branch has been underperforming in recent years. Given the conditions here, it's not hard to see why. I'll change all that soon enough.
I have any more questions. Let's talk about some of that.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner.
What do you need me to do?
Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran. It's been a pleasure.
You can depend on me.
I hope you're doing well, friend.
You should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors.
Damn Brahmin crap everywhere.
Okay, so we've got a little quest. You depend on me. What's the invoice? That's all I've got. Okay, fair enough. It's a holotape. Fair enough. Right, let's go to Camp McCarran. And talk to Dr. Hildern. This is another way you might discover the quest. Because, yeah, the thing about Camp McCarran is that a lot of stuff is sort of tucked away, and you have to kind of go looking for it. It's not out in the obvious. And there is a lot of land to cover that isn't really necessary as such. I suppose it is for like for thematic reasons, but yeah. So yeah.
Yes? Something else you needed? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice? Yeah.
a simple fetch quest. If you don't know what fetch quests are in MMO terminology, it's essentially you go and fetch something. Like a kill collect quest. So yeah, you're just fetching goods and bringing them back. Nothing else.
Hey there, friend.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
I certainly would.
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. The quality of the Gunrunner's armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped.
Oops.
I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on...
So, we met Cass before. So, leveled up. Let's have a look at what we're going to do next. And in fact, what time are we on? Yeah, because I want an early night tonight, so... we're able to get a few things done. Scoundrel, demolition experts. They don't really need ferocious loyalty. We're going to surge in the professional. Oh shit, I just realised. The fucking audio's playing, that's not good. This song, Big Iron, is the most iconic one in all of the Fallout series. No matter what anyone tells you it is, so, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about it because it's... I can't let you listen to it because of the... otherwise I'll get... the video will be taken down. Trouble wisdom... instinct. No, that's not bad, that. Let's stay back. Animal friend. Here and now. Misfortune. Nerd rage. Right person awareness. Stay frosty. Oh, I think that's meant to be like Mr. Frost. Or Mr. Freeze. From Batman. The picture there. Right, I might have to quieten down a bit. Let's see. Ninja. That's for melee. It's not really use. Yeah, just want to most of that's like regenerate all cell, that's not too bad. Regenerate. Obviously remove all rats. Pretty good, but I use right away anyway. That's a trader. Slayer. Going in there. There's a steel, you generate. Oh, that's good, pretty good. I think I'm gonna have a master trader. Get a 25% discount.
Our guys put the monorail back to work.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I need to wait here. We want to wait here. I'll tell you for why, because I ain't going to go to the gun runners. With the Chinese stealth armor.
Morning.
So now I've got to get there without being seen. I would take their plans. So we'll look, download manufacturing specifications, Venetron naming. Seriously, can we stop following the Venetron that Venetron? Let's give that thing a proper name like Bob. We don't actually call it a Bob. We'll put it at the end of the month. Of the week. Please, please, please come up with something decent. Gamma order 172. Missile launch is 7. Missiles 200. We'll have this order expedited if possible. The situation of the den requires it. Send an grata. One of the Crimson Caravan guards, identified as Robert Wilson, decided it would be funny to take a shot at our Venetron. He's lucky to get a 3-way through his idiot's skull. We're currently negotiating with McElapathy for reparations, but in the meantime, we need to update the software, the Venetron's recognition software, to filter out all Crimson Caravan employees. We also need to pull some strings over at McCarran and get them temporarily barred from purchasing ammo there as well. So that's not too bad. Ooh, what's in that locker? Oh, nothing. Great. Where's anything else?
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? This is the new Vegas branch of the Gunrunners, supplying the Wasteland with only the finest armaments since 2155. All Gunrunner merchandise is constructed on site. This kiosk was specially constructed around me to deter theft and assault. I am ready to process our transaction.
So this is where like you get some of the best weapons in the entire game. Anti-material rifle, for instance. Bozar. I don't know what it is. Esther. Gehenna. Flaming sword. H&H tools, nail gun. Uses nails, which you can make. Hunting revolver, hunting rifle, infiltrator. Medicine stick. Very good weapon. Sleepy time. Two-step goodbye. Critical equals boom. What type of ammo does he use? 5.56 mil? Okay. What if I get rid of one of those? And I've got loads of 10mm as well, so get rid of that. 12 gauge I don't really use much of. I should have some darts as well. For 9mm, how much 9mm have we got? Good enough. Okay. Yeah, I could get rid of some of these.
Come back and see us again soon.
Oh yeah, I'm also over encumbered. Great. So I'm going to need some buff out. I'm still carrying too much. Okie dokie. But anything that I can drop. That I can like get rid of in here. I suppose I could get rid of my how I repeat. Still have to get rid of more. Hunting rifle maybe. Already have the other one. So this is basically just like shish kebab. So shish kebab, got Bozar, no idea what that is. So it's an assault rifle.
Can I help you?
And we've got the what was the other one? Oh, the medicine stick. So it's a cowboy repeater. But it's like the best cowboy repeater, in fact I think one of the best guns in the game.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. Oh, wait, where are my manners? This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech. Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it? I'll have the robot mark the location on your map.
NCR will civilize all this wasteland. Prim is only the beginning.
What is it? If that's what you think. Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Okay. So Boone's gone back.
Welcome back. I hear it's business as usual at the Gunrunners, as if nothing unusual happened. Excellent work. We'll be able to use the schematics you acquired to begin manufacturing our own weapons immediately. We'll provide some to you at a discount. It's been a pleasure.
There we go. So that's going to continue on.
Hey.
Usually there's someone waiting here, but at the moment, no matter. Got a quest for me?
You should go talk to Blake or Alice.
Boom. Answers that. Right, let's now go see.
They handle most of our...
Let me just drop this weapon. Oh, okay, there it is. Look at that. Ain't it gorgeous? That's the medicine stick. Just mine on that. Doesn't use the
Sounds like we're running Prim now. I'd still rather take my leave of it.
the ammo that the other gun does, but uses a much stronger round. Special.
Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example for the others. I know Ranger Jackson appreciates it. More than you already have? Might want to ask around, but truth is, you've already helped out a lot in the short time you've been here.
Hey.
Ranger Jackson, whatever chat. If he's even here.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment. Take care. Cool your heels over in the barracks if you want.
Reminds me of Rob Halford. Nowhere near the same voice, but reminds me of Rob Halford.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Sounds like we're running Prim now. I'd still rather take...
Background? Just my luck. What'll it be this time?
My leave at the strip.
Oh, we can guess.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind? Whiskey and me are old friends. Keeps me going when times get rough. Like now. Got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin. What's on your mind?
Crimson Caravan sent me. I want to buy a caravan.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
And there's a lot of whiskey in Reno.
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine. Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything. Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days.
Yeah, it's not fast travel.
Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper.
Oh, it's a drink.
You challenging me? Serious now. Alright, you come here armed with whiskey. We'll make a sport of it. And none of that radioactive shit. I'm talking whiskey. Not Dixon whiskey. Whiskey. I'll be waiting then. And training.
Background? Work around here? Might check with Jackson in the main building, or Ghost up on the roof above, but watch out. She's kind of a bitch. Don't tell her I said that, though. Might take a bullet some night when I'm going to the latrine. Take a look.
I got a dozen bottles of whiskey. I get rid of stuff that weighs me down.
Sounds like we're running prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
Howdy. Howdy.
Look at the counter, is there? Oh, that's one off, great. Oh, Eddie. Over that way, cheers.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
So I need to go a whiskey hunt. Out of curiosity, anything going on in Upton? Is our friend still here? Hey, boxcars.
What is it this time? You know what I'd be real excited about? If you'd showed up and saved me before they smashed my legs. Now, why don't you fuck off and let me sleep, hero? That'll be real exciting too.
But yeah, your misery. Oh god. Another quest failed.
What is it this time?
Right, what about Good Springs?
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Any booze? No balls I've got now. Whiskey, I got 13 balls of whiskey, great. Let's see if I can drink guess under the table.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Sounds like we're running Prim now. I'd still rather take my leave at the Strip.
I guess. Got 13 bottles.
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind? All right then. I already got a head start, but I'll go first anyway. Oh my fucking god. Get away from me. All 4 of you. Don't need your... Oh god. I think I'm gonna be sick. And you look fine. No. No, You got me beat. I'm done. Caravan's yours. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing. Go with you? And why the hell would I do that? The outpost lost its charm about 3 bottles ago. And that was just this morning. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. Alright, I'm in.
Whiskey Rose pack.
Caravan of 2 now.
That's so chill.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died. Upside of Vegas, here tell? Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now. Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it. Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
Yeah, we can do this.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes. Ask him then. Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad. You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got 'em out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard. Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more. Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying. Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it. Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect. Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's out of the Divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises. What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that. All right, then.
There's Rose of Sharon Cassidy. We could do that, we could do Harley by the number. Go to the Cassidy Caravan's wreckage. NCR troopers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Where do you think you're going?
This basket of cakes to my grandmother's house.
Christina hired you, huh? Well, if you're gonna go up there, there's a couple things you should know. Esteban's body's in the middle of those buildings up the hill there. Look carefully and you can see the fiends patrolling the rooftops. But they laid traps, too. There's mines all over. So for God's sakes, watch your feet. Get him back here. We'll get him home. Least we can do. Wish we could help more. Hey.
Holding my breath. And then the fight started.
So this was in 2 parts back. Or 1.5 parts back, technically. Ranger Morales. Lies. We had to reclaim it. Also, so let's have a look at the Whiskey Rose back. Well, guess companionship in the player gain damage to shoulder when they drink whiskey. Additionally, the player does not suffer intelligence loss from consuming alcohol, and also negative effects of alcohol addiction. Nice.
Let's kick this in gear.
I think this is how we get his body back. Got to carry it very slowly. Like a cat by the scruff of the neck. Like Weekend at Bernie's. Hello, I'm Ranger Jackson. I'm alive, as you can see. Oh yes, I left my weapon back there. Yes, my leg's a little bit crippled, but that's alright. We'll dance there. Dance of the Rangers. Rare and beautiful sight. Shake you wanna make a Jackson. Whoa! Jumping for joy.
Hey, good luck. We'd be there with you, but the Colonel said he'd have our necks if we tried. Hey, good luck. We'd be there with you, but the Colonel said he'd have our necks if we tried. Be careful out there. We already lost Jackson doing what you're trying to do.
So, how do we actually get this across the trigger? Because like he's here.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Hey, good luck. We'd be there with you, but the Colonel said he'd have our necks.
Well, hopefully that's done it. Oh, I got the wrong ranger. To grab an object, look. Ah. Whoa. Whee! Okay, I do get a small speed boost by jumping in the air. Hopefully I can launch the body.
I don't believe it. Who the hell are you, lady? How did you just walk right up and pull him out of there? Oh, bullshit. What anybody else would have done is get their asses killed. You're leading some kind of charmed life. We'll make sure Ranger Morales' body gets sent back home. You don't have to, you know, pick him up on your shoulder and haul him to California. Even though I believe you would if you had to. You should go tell Private Morales the news. I know she'll be relieved.
Are you interested in Ranger Jackson at all? No? Okay. Right, let's go see this wreckage. That's a good job, we went that way. Got that little side quest done. It's an unmarked quest, but still one that will reward you and such.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp. No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them, walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me.
In it for the drink. Not much of the
You know
supplies.
what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too. Yeah, it's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure? All right then, let's move out.
Yep. So the next one we want is...
Let's kick this in gear.
into the Silver Rush and graphs. Charge, charge.
More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood-level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage. What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere. Yeah. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know.
Plasma rifle. We'll go that way, but first I want to check what this is. Guessing a Brotherhood or Followers outpost. Safe house. I know I have the Explorer perk, so... Oh yeah, it's Followers of the Apocalypse. Just saw the symbol there. That's a key. As I expected. Been here. Durable dance.
Another caravan burned. Except someone made camp here. And I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks.
Black combat armor. Plasma rifle. Dead Van Graff thug. Van Graff.
That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts. NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind? That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs. All right. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find. All right, then. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. If you're sure, your loss. I'll get out of your hair then.
So. We got the Crimson Caravan.
Morning.
We're gonna have a chat.
Welcome back. Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions.
All it costs us a few bottles of whiskey. So, I think we're going to call it quits there because we're about to enter Freeside, but I want to bring something. Then again, I suppose we can meet someone. In Freeside. Yeah, the next part we'll go into Freeside. What sort of things?
Freeside is the king's turf. Remember that.
The only rule in Freeside is don't mess with the kings.
Greases. Marvellous. So, yeah. Next part. We'll be investigating Reese.
This man's prices are steep, but I hear he's worth it.
Well, we shall see. So the game, I will begin, but it's essentially now the, I guess, hub-based part of the game. There's a lot more to do outside of this, of course, but yeah, we'll do this with that. So thank you very much for watching, take care, ta-ta for now, and we will continue our adventures in Freeside at a later date. Ta-ta for now. How do I turn that off?